What's good? Today I'm going to show you my current skincare routine for hydration. Thank you Wishtrend for sponsoring this video. At the beginning of quarantine, I accidentally damaged my skin barrier by over-exfoliating on accident, and because of that I had been experiencing super dehydrated skin just because my skin barrier was not functioning properly. I have been doing the skincare routine for probably the past like 2-ish months. It's been about like 7 weeks or so, and my skin feels a lot healthier. I do get some breakouts here and there, like right now I'm experiencing a breakout like right here on the bottom of my face. I'm pretty sure that's because I have been eating so much sugar. Yesterday I ate 2 Pop-Tarts and then I went to go get frozen yogurt with yogurt chips on top. Why did I do that? I don't know. But my breakout said hello. But anyway, I used this current skincare routine to help hydrate my skin because it was so dehydrated. It was having a really difficult time preventing like transepidermal water loss. So I did this to help hydrate my skin, to help heal my skin barrier, to help repair my skin barrier, which is very, very important if you have acne and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Because if you have a damaged skin barrier, neither of those things will get better if you have a damaged skin barrier. So it's really, really important that you take care of your acid mantle, of your skin barrier. Now I have partnered with Wishtrend for this video, and it's very, very exciting because I created a box full of all of the skincare products that I used for the past 2 months to help hydrate my skin and, you know, help repair the skin barrier and whatnot. For those of you that don't know, Wishtrend is a Korean beauty company and they carry a bunch of K-beauty brands, but they also have their own brands such as Klairs. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you know I've been talking about that brand for literally years. I picked all of these products out myself. I have been testing them for quite a while. Like I said, it's been about like 7 or 8 weeks. And one of the most exciting parts is that since I know a lot of you guys are international viewers, Wishtrend was actually gracious enough to give you guys free international shipping. Just use the code COME HERE to get free international shipping. But also they are giving you guys a deal of 40% off. So if you were to buy all of these products individually, it would cost you around $120. But if you order my skincare box, my Wishtrend box, you will get all 7 of these products for $71.40. That's 40% off. All of these products, except for the sunscreen, are free of synthetic fragrance and essential oils. So they're great if you have like a sensitive skin type. Right, so let's get on with the skincare routine. I'm gonna do an explanation of like each ingredient and like why I chose this specific product to go in the skincare routine or in the box. Okay, so the first product that I chose for my skincare routine is the Klairs Fundamental Ampule Mist. It looks like this. It comes in like a semi-clear bottle or semi-opaque bottle, and you just spray it on your skin like that. This is an antioxidant infused mist which contains a bunch of humectants like glycerin and panthenol. I don't know if this is pronounced panthenol or panthenol or however it's pronounced, but I see the word, I've done the research, I know what it is, it's just I don't know how to say it out loud. A wise man once said, never make fun of someone who mispronounces a word because it means that they learned it by reading. Anyway, panthenol is a really great hydrating ingredient, and it also has anti-inflammatory properties, which is really great for people who have acne and inflammation. So what I do is I will spray this on my face with damp skin. So after I wash my face, I do not pat dry my face or I don't towel dry my face. I will literally go in immediately with this ampule mist. I'll just spray a couple of times on each side and also like once on my forehead. And then after I spray that on my face, I will pat it in. So I use this product for like deep hydration and also to like soothe inflammation and things like that, soothe the skin. And then I will go in with this ampule or serum. This is the Polyphenols in Propolis 15% ampule by Wishtrend. By Wishtrend. This is an awesome serum for acne and dehydration. Instead of water, it contains Houtunia cordata extract, don't know how to pronounce it, but it is a polyphenol rich flower that's found in Southeast Asia. And it has anti-inflammatory properties, it has antioxidant properties, and it can decrease UVB damage from the sun, which is really cool. And this product also contains panthenol, which just makes it an overall great like serum or ampoule for soothing inflammation, like stressed out skin, and for hydration. One note about like hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid. This routine doesn't really contain like a hyaluronic acid serum, and that is because at the beginning of quarantine, when I was trying to heal my skin barrier, I used a hyaluronic acid serum to try to like rehydrate my skin. But the air in LA, like Los Angeles, is just so dry, and also I've been blasting my air conditioner because it's just so hot. And so a hyaluronic acid serum was just not really the best hydration solution for me. If you live somewhere like Hawaii or Florida, maybe it's like a different story because it's so humid there, but in LA, it just was not working out. My skin was still so dehydrated using a hyaluronic acid serum, so I wanted to look into other humectant ingredients like glycerin and panthenol. So you'll notice if you look at the ingredients list online, like most of the products that I included in this skincare routine and in this box contain either of those ingredients, or sometimes both. So if your skin is not the biggest fan of hyaluronic acid, just know that there are other options to hydrate your skin. Okay, so after I spray my face with that essence kind of product and then I use like a serum, I then seal it all in with a moisturizer. So this is the Klairs Fundamental Water Gel Cream. This stuff is amazing. My skin just drinks it up. So this contains Jeju green tea water, and also, guess what? You guessed it, panthenol. So at the beginning of quarantine, I was trying a bunch of different moisturizers because my face felt like it was on fire and it was so dehydrated. So I was like trying a bunch of moisturizers to see what would work, you know, trying to see what would prevent rapid transepidermal water loss, because that's what moisturizers do. And my issue with a lot of gel moisturizers, or a lot of moisturizers that are marketed towards oily skin, is that they just don't do enough. It's almost like it shouldn't be a product. Like they just literally don't do anything. They kind of just like, you apply it to your skin and then like that's it. It doesn't really like prevent any water loss or anything like that. It doesn't moisturize. And so my skin often got very dehydrated. And then I also tried some like very like creamy moisturizers that were marketed towards more like dry skin. I was like, oh, maybe this will work. But those were just so like thick and creamy, and they just didn't feel good on my oily skin. So I was like, well, this sucks. Now, what I like about this moisturizer is that it has a gel cream texture, so it's still pretty lightweight, but it does a really great job at moisturizing as well. It feels very, very refreshing, probably because of the green tea and the panthenol. If you've been watching my channel for a really long time, you know that another moisturizer that I really love by Klairs is the Rich Moist Soothing Cream. I also really like that moisturizer. It's one of my holy grails, but I think this one is a new favorite of mine just because of how like refreshing it feels. The Rich Moist Soothing Cream feels great. It's a great moisturizer, but it's more like on the creamy side, like it has more of a creamy consistency. This one is more of like a gel cream, so it's a lot more like refreshing and hydrating in my opinion. So I freaking love this, and in my opinion this is really great for all skin types because it's lightweight enough for oily skin types, but it still has like a gel cream texture, so I think people with dry skin would like it as well. Sometimes when I have some left over on the back of my hand, the skin on my hands are really dry. Sometimes I just take like the residuals of that and then I just like use it as a hand cream, and it feels so good. So I'm a huge fan of this moisturizer. And then to top it off, the last product that I included in this box, other than 2 other items that are gifts that I'm gonna talk about a little bit later, I included a sunscreen because it's really important to wear sunscreen. I don't care what color you are, I don't care where you live, you gotta wear sunscreen if you're getting any sun exposure. This is a 100% mineral sunscreen. It contains no chemical filters. It uses both zinc oxide and titanium dioxide for both UVA and UVB protection from the sun. And you're probably wondering why I chose to include a mineral sunscreen instead of a chemical sunscreen. So I decided to choose a mineral sunscreen for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons is based on something purely anecdotal. I noticed that when I use mineral sunscreens over chemical sunscreens, I tend to break out less. Now, I don't know what that means. I'm not sure if like the zinc in mineral sunscreens has anything to do with that, but I just noticed that when I use mineral sunscreens, I break out less often than when I use chemical sunscreens. So do with that information what you will. So another reason, piggybacking off of that, is that I just feel like this is, mineral sunscreens might be a little bit less irritating for most people than chemical filters. So because I created this skincare box for you guys to enjoy, I just figured that I would pick something that might be a little bit less irritating for most people. So I decided to include a mineral sunscreen. Now, because this is a mineral sunscreen, it will give you a little bit of a white cast. That is just the nature of mineral sunscreens. That's just the way it is. However, in my experience, I think that this sunscreen does a much better job at blending into brown skin compared to some other mineral sunscreens that are out on the market. But because we're in a pandemic and I'm pretty much staying at home, I don't really mind the minimal sunscreen because I'm always at home. But I do have huge windows in my apartment, so I am getting sun exposure throughout the day even though I'm still at home. So it's still important to protect my skin against sun damage. But also, when I go out, I am wearing a mask that covers half of my face anyway. And if I'm wearing makeup, like my foundation, the color in my foundation covers up the white cast. Even if I didn't want to wear makeup and for some reason I cared about the white cast, I usually, like what I'll do is I will take like a skin tint or something and do like 1 or 2 drops or 1 or 2 pumps, and then like it just goes away. It's just not really that big of a deal. And this is different than a lot of experiences that you might have with mineral sunscreens. This is formulated so well. I can think of quite a few sunscreens from like drugstore brands that they're just really thick and really greasy, and then when you apply it on your skin, it literally looks like you're wearing a white mask or like a purple mask. But the consistency of this sunscreen is much thinner, so it absorbs and like blends into the skin better than some other mineral sunscreens that I've used before. But Wishtrend is also giving you guys 2 free gifts, so they're going to give you 2 different sheet masks. The first one is by Wishtrend. This is the Natural Vitamin 21.5 Enhancing Sheet Mask. And they're also going to include the Claire's Midnight Blue Calming Sheet Mask. So those are the products that I have included in my Wishtrend box. Again, if you purchase these products individually, it would cost you like $120. But in the Wishtrend box, they're going to give you 40% off. So it's going to cost around like $75 instead of $120, and you get like basically like a full skincare routine. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much Wishtrend for sponsoring this video. If you're interested in buying my Wishtrend box, I will leave all of that information in the description box down below. And I wish you guys luck with your skin journey. Repair and maintain those skin barriers, folks. I'll catch you guys next time.